What will Ghana look like in the year 2050? Will Accra be Africa's version of Dubai, full of skyscrapers, electric cars, and smart cities? Or will the country still struggle with challenges like unemployment, pollution, and rural poverty? In today's video, we're diving deep into the future of Ghana, exploring its economy, cities, technology, environment, and people, to imagine how life might truly look 25 years from now. So grab your seat and let's travel through time to the Ghana of 2050. Before we jump into the future, let's take a quick look at where Ghana stands today. As of 2025, Ghana has a population of about 34 million people, with more than half living in urban areas. Accra, Kumasi, and Takoradi are booming with new infrastructure, highways, malls, and luxury apartments. Ghana is one of the most stable democracies in Africa, known for peaceful elections and strong freedom of speech. Economically, it's driven by gold, cocoa, and oil. But new industries like digital technology, tourism, and renewable energy are rising fast. However, the nation still faces challenges: youth unemployment, currency instability, and rural poverty. But the foundations are strong, and that's where our journey to 2050 begins. By 2050, Ghana's population is expected to reach over 50 million people, and most will live in cities. This will transform urban life completely. Imagine Accra 2050, not just a capital city, but a smart megacity powered by clean energy. Traffic lights controlled by artificial intelligence, electric buses replacing trotros, and underground waste systems keeping the streets spotless. The skyline will feature solar-powered skyscrapers, rooftop gardens, and even drone delivery hubs. Kumasi, known as the Garden City, could become a major green tech hub, with eco-friendly housing and self-sustaining communities. Meanwhile, Takoradi and Tema might merge into a greater coastal city, serving as Ghana's gateway for trade and tourism. Smart homes will dominate, controlled by voice assistants made in Ghana. You'll walk into your home and it will adjust the temperature, lights, and even music to your mood. Ghana's economy in 2050 will look nothing like today. With massive investments in technology, education, and entrepreneurship, Ghana is projected to become one of Africa's top 5 economies. Here's how. Agriculture will be high-tech. Drones will monitor crops, robots will help farmers, and data-driven farming will triple food output. Ghana's cocoa industry could become fully automated, producing chocolate locally instead of exporting raw beans. Manufacturing will expand. Thanks to the African Continental Free Trade Area, AfCFTA, Ghana will be a manufacturing hub, exporting electric cars, solar panels, and African fashion to the world. Digital economy explosion. By 2050, Ghana's youth will dominate Africa's digital scene, creating apps, AI startups, and fintech platforms that rival Silicon Valley. Accra's Silicon Ridge might house thousands of local tech companies employing millions. Space and innovation. Believe it or not, Ghana could even have its own space research center, launching satellites to help with agriculture, weather, and communication. By 2050, the world will have shifted away from fossil fuels, and Ghana will be a leader in renewable energy. Picture vast solar farms across the northern region, wind turbines along the coast, and hydro plants powering entire cities. Ghana could produce 100% clean electricity, not just for itself, but for export to neighboring countries. Water recycling systems will keep rivers clean. Plastic waste could be eliminated thanks to biodegradable materials and AI-powered recycling. However, climate change will still pose challenges. Rising sea levels may threaten coastal cities like Accra and Ada. To fight this, Ghana might build sea walls, floating housing, and mangrove barriers. Meanwhile, green policies will protect the country's lush forests, especially in Ashanti, eastern, and western regions. In 2050, Ghana's education system will be fully digital. Students in even the most remote villages will attend virtual classrooms through solar-powered tablets. Teachers will use AI to personalize lessons for every student. Universities like the University of Ghana, KNUST, and Ashesi will rank among Africa's top innovation institutions, producing engineers, scientists, and inventors who shape the continent. Ghana could lead in robotics, biotechnology, and AI, with young inventors creating solutions for healthcare, farming, and energy. And guess what? Traditional education will merge with African knowledge systems, blending ancestral wisdom with cutting-edge science. By 2050, healthcare in Ghana will be digitally driven. Hospitals will use AI doctors to diagnose diseases early. Medical drones will deliver blood and vaccines to remote areas. Genetic medicine will help people live longer, healthier lives. Life expectancy could rise from 65 years today to 85 years or more. And with better sanitation, nutrition, and education, diseases like malaria might be completely eradicated. Urban areas will feature smart hospitals where holographic consultations connect patients with specialists abroad. Fitness will also be a big part of life. Ghanaians using smart wearables to track health, nutrition, and exercise. Let's talk about how people will move around in 2050 Ghana. Self-driving cars will dominate the roads. Electric buses will replace diesel vehicles. High-speed rail will connect Accra to Kumasi in just 40 minutes. Flying taxis might operate between major cities for business travel. And for shorter trips, electric bikes and scooters will rule the streets. Ghana's major airports, Kotoka, Kumasi, and Takoradi, could become aerotropolis hubs, blending air travel with shopping, hotels, and entertainment. Meanwhile, drones will deliver packages, food, and even medicine straight to people's doors. Culturally, Ghana in 2050 will still stay deeply rooted in its traditions, but in a modern way. Festivals like Homowo, Aboakir, and Odwira will be broadcast in virtual reality for global audiences. Traditional clothing like kente will inspire futuristic fashion designs. Music will evolve, blending Afro beats, highlife, and digital sounds into new genres. Ghanaian artists could dominate the global charts. Ghanaians abroad will return home to invest in startups, education, and housing, leading to a massive brain gain instead of brain drain. The spirit of unity, peace, and hospitality will still define the Ghanaian people. Of course, no future is perfect. Ghana will still face big challenges: urban crowding. Rapid growth could strain infrastructure and housing. Economic inequality. Richer tech elites might rise while rural areas lag behind. Climate risks. Flooding and heat waves could increase. Corruption. Technology helps, but human greed might remain a threat. However, if Ghana continues its strong leadership and invests in education, innovation, and transparency, these problems can be overcome. So, how will Ghana look in 2050? A country where technology meets tradition, where cities shine with smart lights, but the people still dance to drums, where every child has access to education, healthcare, and opportunity, and where Ghana isn't just surviving, it's leading Africa into the future. From the Gold Coast to the Silicon Ridge, Ghana 2050 could stand as a model for the entire continent. The future isn't something we wait for. It's something we build. And the Ghana of 2050 will be written by the dreamers, the doers, and the believers of today. If you believe Ghana has what it takes to become Africa's future superpower, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video to inspire others. Together, let's shape the Ghana we want to see.